Thank you for tuning in. My name is Jasmine Booker. I am the host of Auto Talk with Jazz. I am so excited to finally announce the relaunch of this podcast. It's going to be amazing. There's going to be a lot of interviews, people that you heard from in the past to new ones. There's going to be a lot more continuity with this one. Is going to be just exciting and fun, and I hope that you enjoy this journey with me. For those of y'all who haven't found this or didn't listen to it when it first launched, welcome, I guess. And I hope you enjoy this new journey that I'm going on, as well as with other people. If you do remember, you probably remember this as downshift offense. We're now just switching over so it's easier for me to kind of bring it out and bring people on, and people actually know what it is. I think most people got confused about what downshift offense meant. So Auto Talk with Jazz makes it a little bit easier for me to do current events, to tell my story, to bring people on who have had stories in the industry that make it harder for them to be successful and or have been successful in lieu of some of the hardships of this industry. Just a little bit about me. I have been working on cars since I was little. My dad owned a garage in Florida, and then when we moved to Texas, unfortunately we didn't bring the garage with us, so it was more so I got to work on the cars while I was just, if the car broke down, I was like, okay, let me go fix it. And that was what we kind of used as our relationship builder. So every now and again, my dad will hit me up and go, hey, you want to go work on this car? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And, that's just our bonding moment. It originally, obviously, was not probably me. It was probably something he wanted to do with my brother, and it just so happened that I actually enjoyed it and was good at it. And, started as what every technician hates, which is the YouTube tech, and then moved into becoming an actual automotive technician for Kia, Hyundai, GMC, Acura, Honda. I've skipped around, and we'll go into it. I have a whole bunch of stories that I'll share with you and tell you from how I started my professional career in the automotive field as a porter, some of that journey, then moving into being a technician, and then eventually becoming what I am now, which is automotive claims adjuster, and still a very long time lover of working on cars personally, not professionally. Though I will do a lot of videos that will allow you to kind of see what I do, and also kind of give tips if you're trying to do it yourself. There's a lot of things that I had to figure out the hard way, and that you'll see me struggle with that maybe will help you, or even some tips that y'all might got that will help me, because it's all about learning. It's all about building community. It's all about empowering those who don't have the necessary tools in order to be successful at what they want to do. So it's a non-judgmental, I'm a judge, but I'm not going to do anything based upon my judgment. I can't. I always hate when people say, I'm not going to judge you. Yeah, you're going to judge. It's just whether or not you go put your actions behind your judgment, okay? Like, be honest. We all judge. It's just, we're not going to like, do anything to you, right? Like, we're not going to, I don't know. What you can expect from this is interviews from coaches, heads of the industry, people who are used to be techs or used to be who are managers. A couple of the people that I've already talked to are past technicians, are people who were salesmen, people who were managers. We actually have someone who's on the 40 under 40 list for this coming year that I'm so excited about. And if you don't know, 40 under 40 is basically being successful being told that you're successful, or 40 people under 40 who have basically been successful in the field that they're in. And so we do have someone who's coming on and kind of talking about her journey and how she really came into this field, because it's not easy to just hop into this field and be successful. So to have her on is amazing. We do have a couple guys on here as well. I'm actually trying to get the next guy on here. The one who you'll be hearing from first, and is actually our first guest, is Will Slater, and he is amazing. I absolutely love talking to him. He's actually in Canada, so we're starting out of the US anyway, but he works with the US and with Canada, so it'll be pretty cool to kind of hear what we're going to talk about and why is it important to understand how you operate and your characteristics and your temperament, and how that affects how it affects everybody as a whole in a way. And then for those of y'all who have been following me, y'all are probably like, where has she gone? What happened? So listen, what had happened is I not only was, when I started this, I was unemployed. I had just left from my automotive field as a technician, and I had no idea what I was going to do. And I also wanted to make a change. Like, that was my biggest thing. Like, how can I make a change in the field and not have people go through what I just went through? And so this podcast, my dad was like, you need to start a podcast. Like, you're good to storytelling, you're good at talking to people, use those two things to your advantage. Like, no one really has an automotive podcast like yours. And I was like, yeah, okay. Like, I really wanted to do my true crime podcast, which that's also being relaunched. And, y'all go check that out as well. So if you want to do automotive and then you're like, you know what, I want to work on my car, I want to listen to something, and you don't want to listen to anything automotive, go over to my other podcast, which is true crime and music. It's called Killer Lyrics. Go ahead and help me get that one up and relaunched and ready to go as well. And also, before I forget, I am on Instagram, I am on Facebook. Go like, subscribe, comment. Go tell me about what you think we should talk about either in this season or next season. Let me know what people you may think I should bring on and things of that sort. And then we should be able to hopefully do those type of things, and what videos y'all might want to see of how-tos or just experiences in general. Obviously, I'm still going to do story time. I'm going to do some of the current events, like the shortage of people in this industry, the shortage of vehicles, how now we went from we want this to now we want this, and as far as cars, like, if no one's seen it, we now have used cars were like super expensive, and now like the amount that you're going to get for a used car has dropped significantly, and they're still kind of expensive. So I'm gonna go a little bit into that this season, and I hope that you sit back and enjoy this, obviously. And I'm trying to think. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment. This is also going to be on YouTube, so if you want visuals, you'll see it. If you just want the audio, that's also going to be out. It's going to be out on Apple. It's going to be out on Google. It's going to be out on Spotify and Amazon. You'll see the shorts and reels on Instagram and all that. So yeah, just come with me on this journey. Oh, and where I was is, I basically had started school full-time, and then I got a full-time job as an automotive claims adjuster. And let me tell y'all, that is the most stressful job I have ever... Well, and the thing is I doubled as a claims adjuster and a customer service representative. So I'm going to tell y'all a whole bunch of stories between those two that make no sense of why people are the way they are. Both the repair facilities and the customers. And honestly, the customers, I understand. Like, I don't even have really that many bad stories about the customers. The customers, every time they come in, every time I talk to a customer, they fine. I actually enjoy sometimes talking to the customer because I'm able to talk them down. You call in angry and you're like, why is my car not done? Listen, let's figure this out together. Like, don't get mad at me. I'm just a messenger. Here's the last messages. Here's some advice. Do you need anything else? Here, let me go put this out there for you too. Boom. Like, that's all I can do. But for repair facilities, y'all stupid. Some of y'all. There are some that I like. Like we have different contracts with different people. Like, I'll go more into it, but there's a lot of contracts that are involved between the repair facilities and third party warranties and even just insurance companies and all that. There's contracts between if they're in network versus out of network. They give us, we give them customers, they give us discounts on their labor or on parts or whatever. So there are times where I literally have to argue down repair facilities to help make sure the customer doesn't go over their limits of liability in their insurance contract, because we see that an insurance company wants to, I'm sorry, that the repair facility wants to take advantage of the fact that we're insurance, so they're not really talking about the fact that they're trying to take more money than they need, and they are downplaying us, or they're talking bad about us, when in reality they're the ones who are being the sharks. And so I have a lot of stories of those. Obviously, I have stories of being a technician. I have stories of being a porter. Some of the people who have had favorites on that is the old man hitting the spider off of me, and it would look like it was a white on black crime. But I will definitely, give all those stories. Again, I thank you for being patient. Hopefully, this will get revamped. I'm recording everything in one day, so you're going to see this for majority of the episodes. Majority, unfortunately. But fortunately, because you'll have all the episodes, most of them. At least 8 of them are being done today. I'll probably do the rest of them later and whatnot, and then we'll go from there. But outside of that, I'm back for real this time. Everything from the past actually has been taken down, so you only are going to see the new ones. Some of them I am re-recording. That way we can have all that done. And as soon as all of this is out, you'll get posts, you'll get reels, you'll get shorts, you'll get everything. Obviously, we'll go into more throughout the season, and I look forward to talking with you. Again, like, subscribe, follow, everything that you can. I am always on social media, looking, watching, and yeah, I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.